direct to any. If to me, day serves not light more faithful than I'll be.
I do not doubt thy faith, but should he wrong my liberties in my absence?
Then we'll mingle our bloods together in the earth from whence we had our being and our birth.
Tyre, I now look from thee then, and to Tarsus intend my travel, where I'll hear from thee, and by whose letters I'll dispose myself. The care I had and have of subjects good, on thee I lay, whose wisdom's strength can bear it. I'll take thy word for faith, not ask thine oath. Who shuns not to break one will crack both. But in our orbs we'll live so round and safe, that time of both this truth shall ne'er convince. Thou show'st thy subjects shine. I, a true prince.
Tyre, and this the court. Here must I kill King Pericles, and I do it not, I am sure to be hanged at home. 'Tis dangerous. Now I do perceive he was a wise man, that had a good discretion, that on being bid to ask what he would of the king, desired to know none of his secrets. Now do I see he had some reason for it. For if a king bid a man be a villain, he is bound by the honor of his indenture to be one. Shh! Here come the lords of Tyre.
Shall not be. My fellow peers at Tyre for King's departure. His sealed commission left in trust with me to speak sufficiently. He's gone to travel.
Oh, the king gone.
If further yet, you will be satisfied why, as it were, unlicensed of your loves, you will depart. I'll give some light unto you. Being in Antioch,
what from Antioch?
Royal Antiochus, on what cause I know not, took some displeasure at him, at least he judged so, and doubting lest he'd erred or sinned, to show his sorrow he'd correct himself, so puts himself unto the shipman's toil, for whom each moment threatens life or death.
Now I perceive I shall not be hanged at home. Since he's gone, the king's ears it must please. He staked the land to perish at the sea. I'll present myself. Peace to the lords of Tyre.
Lord
Thaliard
from Antiochus is welcome.
From him I come with message unto princely Pericles. But since my landing, I have understood your lord has betook himself to unknown travels. Now message must return from whence it came.
Commend it to our master, not to us. We have no reason to desire it yet. Ere you shall depart, this we desire, as friends to Antioch, we may feast in Tyre.
To Tarsus we sail, that once had plenty, now littered with beggars, 22. A land so cursed with isolation, whose honor needs robust donation.
My Dionysa, shall we rest us here? And by relating tales of others' griefs, see if it will teach us to forget our own?
That were to blow a fire and hope to quench it. Oh, my distressed lord, even such our griefs are. Here they are but felt and seen with mischief's eyes, but, like to groves, being taught to the higher rise.
Oh, Dionysa! Who wanteth food and will not say he wants it, or can conceal his hunger till he famish? If heaven slumber while her creatures want, they may awake their helps to comfort them. I'll then discourse our woes. Felt several years and wanting breath to speak, help me with tears.
I'll do my best, sir.
This Tarsus, o'er which I have the government, a city on whom plenty held full hand, for riches strewed herself even in the streets. Our tables were stored full, to glad the sight, and not so much to feed on as delight. All poverty was scorned, and pride so great, the name of help grew odious to repeat.
Oh, 'tis too true.
But see what heaven can do. By this our change. These mouths, who but of late earth, sea, and air were all too little to content and please, although they gave their creatures in abundance. As houses are defiled for want of use, they are now starved for want of exercise.
Witness it.
Who let those cities that have plenty's cup and her prosperities with their superfluous riots so largely taste? Hear these tears! The misery of Tarsus may be theirs.
Where is the Lord Governor?
Here. Speak out thy sorrows, which thou bring'st in haste, for comfort is too much for us to expect.
We have descried upon our neighboring shore a portly sail of ships make hitherward.
I thought as much. One sorrow never comes, but brings an heir that may succeed as his inheritor, and so in ours. Some neighboring nation, taking advantage of our misery, have stuffed these hollow vessels with her power to beat us down, the which are down already, and make a conquest of unhappy me, whereas no glory's got to overcome.
That's the least fear? For by the semblance of their white flags displayed, they bring us peace, and come to us as favorers, not as foes.
Thou speaks like hymns untutored to repeat. Who makes the fairest show means most deceit. But bring they what they will, and what they can. What need we fear? The ground's the lowest, and we are halfway there. Go! Tell their general we attend him here, to know for what he comes, and whence he comes, and what he craves.
I go, my lord?
Welcome is peace, if he on peace consist. If wars, we are unable to resist.
Lord Governor, for so we hear you are. Let not our ships and number of our men be like a beacon fire to amaze your eyes. We have heard of your miseries as far as Tyre, and seen the desolation in your streets. Nor come we to add sorrow to your tears, but to relieve them of their heavy load. And these are ships you happily may think are like the Trojan horse was, stuffed within with bloody veins, expecting overthrow, are stored with corn, to make your needy bread, and give life to those whom hunger starved half dead.
The gods are grace protect you, and will pray for you.
Arise, I pray you. Arise. We do not look for reverence, but for love, and harborage for ourselves, our ships and men.
The which, when any shall not gratify, or pay you with unthankfulness in thought, be it our wives, our children, or ourselves, the curse of heaven and men succeed their evils. Till when, which I hope shall ne'er be seen, your grace is welcome to our town, and us.
Which welcome we'll accept. Feast here a while, until our stars that frown lend us a smile.
Who's confused? I see a few hands. Let me help you in recap. Yes. Here have you seen a mighty king. His child, alas, to incest bring, still despicable. A better prince and benign lord, that's Pericles, who will prove worthy in both deed and word, is still at Tarsus, where each man thinks all to make him glorious. But tidings to the contrary are now brought your eyes. Good Helicane that stayed at home, not to eat honey like a drone, but to fulfill her prince's desire, sends word of all that haps in Tyre. How Thaliard came full bent with sin and had intent to murder him, and that in Tarsus it was not best longer for him to make his rest. He, doing so, put forth to sea, where when men sail, there's seldom ease. For now, the wind begins to blow, fire above and deeps below makes such unquiet that the ship should house him safe is racked and split, and he, good prince, having all lost by waves from coast to coast is tossed, till fortune tired of doing bad, threw him ashore to give him glad. And here he comes. What shall be next?
Yet cease your ire, you angry stars of heaven! Wind, rain, and thunder, remember, earthly man is but a substance that must yield to you. And I, as fits my nature, do obey you. Alas! The seas have cast me on the rocks, washed me from shore to shore, and left my